I have to say that I love Portal and Portal 2. I mean, just look at my hours at Portal 2. So when my good friend Saint Christian reminded me that Portal Revolution was coming out, I knew I had to give it a try. He challenged me to make a review, and honestly, I don't know how to make one. So this is my attempt at making a review. I did write some of a script, and we'll see how this goes. Portal Revolution is a new mod for Portal 2, which takes place before Portal 2. According to the Steam page, Portal Revolution tells a brand new story using new characters. You play as a test subject who's awoken by a personality sphere called Sterling and join his mission to find a powerful device capable of restoring Aperture to its former glory. Portal Revolution has many things to offer. Resurrected the pneumatic diversity vent, which can be used to suck things around and move them across the map. A new laser cube variant, which actually makes for very enjoyable laser puzzles. Gel cleansing field, which is used to get rid of the gels that are used throughout the game. All of these mechanics are really fun and enjoyable, but which of these are my favorite? Well, actually, it was being able to turn off the power in a few test chambers. Oh, that's actually really cool. But these new mechanics are still great. The overall difficulty of the game is not bad. As long as you played Portal or Portal 2 or any other Portal mods, you'll be fine. So let's go through the mechanics in a little bit more details now. So the test chamber that uses the diversity vents are pretty cool. They can be used to save you from dangers, such as moving turrets around so you don't die. Sometimes you use them to move items such as cubes past the masturbation grills, or use them to launch cubes across the map. The laser cubes are really fun. I love them. Basically how they function is you have to charge one of the laser cubes with the laser, and then the other cube actually shoots the laser. How does it do it? Bluetooth.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Line in.
The test chambers designed with these are really fun, and there was not a laser chamber that I did not enjoy, which is surprising because honestly laser test chambers are usually the ones I like the least in the main game or any mods. The gel cleansing field is basically a big waterfall. It cleans gels. There isn't much to say about it. It can be used as an obstacle or a tool. For example, if a cube has a gel on it, you may have to use it to clean your cube. Sometimes you have to move gel around, but the cleansing field blocks the movement of the gels, so you have to figure out a way to get gels around these cleansing field. Another thing that the Steam page mentions is over 15 puzzles using only the blue portal gun. I wouldn't say this is a gimmick as this is in the base game, but it's still really creative to see how they limit the player with only having the blue portal gun and having these tests still feel fun and enjoyable. Overall, these mechanics are pretty cool. However, a complaint I have about them is that they really aren't around long enough. When they are introduced, you use them for a couple test chambers, but they don't really stay around for more than a chapter. Just when you finally think you understand the basics of the mechanics, they disappear. I wish there was a test chamber that has like 2 or 3 of the mechanics at once to have an ultimate test, because I feel like some of these could mix really well with together, but that just isn't the case. Oh my god, this game looks so beautiful. This can't be the textures of Portal 2. Portal Revolution looks fantastic. There were many times where I would just stop and look around the amazing lighting and atmosphere of the game. Oh my god, this looks so beautiful. The music is also really good. There isn't that many songs, but listen to this song from the soundtrack, and it's just an absolute banger. Just listen to it. This mod is a clear passion of love, and I enjoy it.
Well, that's definitely wrong. Give me a second.
Portal Revolution
Isn't just about the puzzles, it's about the story, it's about the atmosphere, and I think it's great. And speaking of story, let's talk about story a little bit more. Oh. Oh, okay.
Congratulations!
that.
You did it!
So the story begins with you waking up from being asleep. You're awoken to join the Human Emergency Response Team.
To be accepted into the Human Emergency Response Team, you will now participate in an advanced difficulty testing track where your problem-solving skills, athleticism, and response to increasingly hazardous conditions will be evaluated.
But upon completing your training, you realize that it was all a lie.
I'll be honest with you now. There is no Aperture Science Human Emergency Response Team. I made it up. Sorry for lying to you.
A personality sphere named Sterling woke you up to try to save Aperture. You both travel to the surface to reach the Spire, which is an old teleportation machine.
Go take a look out that window for a moment. See that huge spire in the distance? That's where we're headed.
With this, Sterling would try to rebuild GLaDOS. Upon reaching the Spire, the machine goes haywire, and you are transported to the underground. In the underground, you reach a personality sphere facility where you meet Amelia, a person who worked for Aperture in the AI division.
I'm Amelia Conley, and I work in Aperture's research group for artificial intelligence. Well, I did. Until now. See, my main contributions were in the field of brain scanning, and it seems like one of my old scans just got loaded into this robot. I knew the risks of this happening. We enforced strict backup removal routines so we wouldn't accidentally clone our minds. But here we are.
Amelia eventually learns of Sterling's plan to revive GLaDOS, and she enlists your help to stop Sterling's plan.
Charging up the teleporter as we speak to continue our mission, you so rudely interrupted.
What mission?
Oh, who's your little sidekick? Cute. You can join us if you want.
Join you? With what?
We just want to repair the facility. I will pick up the remains of our former central core, reassemble her, and bring her back to life.
Wait, who are you talking about? Are you talking about GLaDOS? You want to bring back GLaDOS?
That's what the humans call her, yes.
There isn't a whole lot to the story, but that isn't a surprise. The Portal series has always been about the gameplay, while the story takes a backseat. That isn't to say that Portal has no narrative, just that it's not the main focus. Portal Revolution is similar in that regard, in that the story it tells is subtle, but it does allow you to think about the timeline of events and speculate on the story that the dialogue both tells you and implies to you.
Hello, I'm the editor. You can tell because I look like a threat to an elementary school. Regardless, I played through Portal Revolution and, in an attempt to gain some further understanding of the video I was making. Now, to be honest, I really didn't need to play through it, but who's gonna, turn down a work opportunity to play through a video game? So obviously I played through Portal Revolution, and I have a completely different opinion when it comes to the story. First of all, Portal, in my opinion, is never, and was never, solely about the puzzle solving. In fact, I believe the main draw of Portal, and the only thing that really gives it its identity, just so happens to be its story, its world, and characters. When Portal was originally being beta tested, people were like, man, that was a great demo, I can't wait for this game to come out. But at Valve, the developers weren't playtesting the demo of Portal, they were playtesting the actual game. So in order for the playtesters to have a sense of what the game is, start, end points, beginning, middle, end, they included the story and they included all the lore, they included GLaDOS. So without that component, Portal would literally probably not even exist. So that's why I take greater issue with the story not being as good. And to be honest, if the story was of this quality but just about some other completely different topic, I would not be making this section of the video. However, the biggest issue with the Portal Revolution story is that for some reason, in an environment world building, they decided that the best course of action for the story of their mod was to have a friendly AI companion robot that follows you around, giving you quirky one-liners before the big twist of oh, they become evil, and then they send you down to the bottom of Aperture, where you meet back up with another robot, and you two trudge your way back up to the surface before defeating the big bad. Where have I heard that one before? They retread the same story as Portal 2. Literally, almost copy and paste the same story beats happening. Yes, obviously the context is different and the characters are different, but it's basically the same story. There's no risk taking, there's no advancements in the plots that are unexpected. Why not take such big risks? And as a person who loves Portal for its world building and story, its eerie nature, the crazy and fucking wacky ass, genuinely funny humor and just scenarios that the game presents, I feel cooked. I didn't get that much from it, really. But to be honest, that's okay. Honestly. I'm being serious. It's okay. Even though the story is not amazing, the mod is still great. You know what I mean? I did enjoy my time with it. I'm not gonna think back on it like, you know, in a few months' time. After this video goes out, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Portal Revolution. I played that. That was good. It was good. I like the little tubes. You can go in the tubes. I think the comparison of, oh my god, they made Portal 3 is
So cute, Dad.
yeah, it's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb. Valve, make Portal 3. Matter of fact, Valve, you have so much motherfucking money. If you can just make a new IP, that would be good too. You know what I mean?
The ending has you destroying the teleporter as Amelia reveals that she was the one who made Sterling, who was originally a vacuum cleaner. When you two finally stop the teleporter, it goes haywire once more, and everyone is teleported to the moon, with the fate of everyone left ambiguous. So the ending feels a bit empty and kind of left up to the interpretation of the player's imagination. But I think that's okay. It allows you to form theories on what happens to you, Amelia, and Sterling. Personally, I don't think they'll live long, but that is life and its hardships. So here, I'm gonna ramble on a theory I have. I feel that the implosion of the Spire explains how GLaDOS' body is all gathered to be even closer. Sterling mentioned that GLaDOS' body exploded, that some parts were even left in the parking lots, and that's something we see in the ending of the original Portal game. Yet in Portal 2, the area of where GLaDOS is does not look like a parking lot. It just looks like another part of Aperture. Her body was all close together, and she was able to be reactivated, despite her body being blown up. So perhaps the implosion of the Spire not only transported the Spire to the moon, but brought GLaDOS' body together. Perhaps that's what the developers were intending, but it's up to you to decide if that's the case. Personally, I think it ties together some loose ends. Overall, Portal Revolution is a great mod for Portal 2. It has such great mechanics and introduces a new story that ties together loose ends and allows you to speculate on what happens right before Portal 2. I think Valve really needs to make Portal 3 one day, but who knows when that will be. At least we have mods to play that have such love poured into them. I enjoyed Portal Revolution, and you should definitely give it a try. And maybe one day, we'll see Portal 3.